looks to let him get lathered up.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Hook'em is hooked, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw, it's Villa. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Going for the big play. And they will score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Colorado went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Buffs in a statement win, if there ever was one. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so
the expressway is wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start. My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Longhorns will move the sticks.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The jet sweep pass. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Callow. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now, because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again.
He unleashes a long one. And it's caught at the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
All right, you gave up the big play, defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
21, Georgia, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Callow. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. comes the offense on first down. Running it to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Can anyone catch him? The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel disciplined.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Stands in and takes the hit. Brings it down on the right side. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter.
Texas 21, Georgia 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
Yeah, the beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas, when you can pound the rock and you can use your big guys up front, you can win a lot of football games.
He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Looking to throw, it's Villa. On target. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Just outside the red zone, as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll run the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Callow. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Rios. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Power football with the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Here's the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw. It's Villa. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
It is very tough when you're a secondary player to cover guys for long periods of time. Great job by the secondary, taking away all the options, even when the pass rush didn't get home.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to 29.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Longhorns come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Uncorks one. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals.
And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. And it's incomplete despite... His arm strength shown there.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And they got him for the sack. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Dogs. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so
off he goes! And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Coming after him. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Villa. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it, they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Texas offense. Give to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Villa. They're setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
Now from inside the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. If you like the stats, and I know you do, He's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game.
Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Coming out with it, it's Callow. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Dogs are flying down the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Nice catch, just past the 1st down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
The Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 38, Georgia 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Villa. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Quickly complete. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense...
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Handoff from the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
On second down, looking again to throw. Got his man quickly. Running with power. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking to scramble. He'll let it go down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really...
Gonna let it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Number 6.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Kansas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Here we go. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ready up. And here comes the offense on second down. Easy. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Complete downfield. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Yeah, tight ends used to line up on the ball and block or release for a couple different routes. Now, you're putting them out wide. You're putting them like this right here in the slot. You're asking them to run corner routes in man-to-man coverage and go win. The tight end position has evolved big time over the years.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone, and that time, he just dropped it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now, you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Well, they tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Villa. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. look at this Bulldog offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Fires to the big fella.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Yeah, and a nice job on 3rd down, managing the situation, understanding what I needed to get. Nice job reading the defense, handing the ball off, and the running back knowing I got to get to those 1st down markers and get that 1st down.
Pulls it in. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. They're definitely in range for the tying field goal, but still trying to get to the line quickly. He wants to throw. Looking left. It's caught. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on 1st down. Back open in the middle. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Georgia.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
They took a shot into the end zone, trying to come away with a touchdown. Nice play by the defense. You're expecting them here to kick a field goal. I know there's time left in the game, but just tie this thing up and let your defense go to work.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play. That type of individual effort is just magic, Dan.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it, and big-time players like this come up and make a big-time play late in the game to get you the win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.